So, you know how some racing games have these, they insist on having these actually really annoying, like, endurance marathon type races where it's like, hey, you know this track that you've raced before and you've done like 5 laps at a time on? How about we put you on that for 30 laps and it's gonna take 20 minutes to complete the circuit. If you're good, have fun. Those are, to me, I understand, it's a completely different skill set, and sure, I get it, but they're not fun to me. I hate those types of just grind the same circuit, take the same corner 50 times in a row to complete the getting and get a medal. Redout has its own answer to that type of event. Welcome to our very first boss track on Cairo. You'll see that it is 2 laps long, and you'll see what makes it a boss track in a little bit. Oh my god, this is so fast. Just took a short break, came back to play, and I'm already like, whoa, what's happening? So far so good, right? We've been on this track before. And now there's a teleporter, and now we're somewhere else. In fact, we're on a completely different track now. See what? Yep. Recognize this? Yeah, we've been here before, but not in this order. This is the very first track of the game, right? There's the finish line. How did we get here? It's magic. It's the magic of what happens if we put 5 different circuits in the same environment and then use the fact that they're all loaded at the same time in the same environment to just teleport you from circuit to circuit in one seamless race. You get to race 5 different circuits at the same time. Now there's how you do a freaking epic marathon run in a racing game. Of course you have to put your racing game in a setting where it makes sense to have all the circuits in the same place. And there's a teleporter at the end of this loop. Boop, now we're somewhere else. Now we're on a different track again. I just think that's a really cool idea. It's a really cool twist on the, like, have a really long... because I understand the value of having endurance races, of having long races that force you to keep up focus for a really long time. Again, it's a different skill set than just racing fast. I just get so bored of doing, again, the same turn 30 times in a row and then getting bronze and having to do the same turn 30 times in a row again. I'm just gonna do the same turn twice, because there's 1,000 different turns, because it's 5 different tracks, all stitched together into one long thing. I love it. And there's one of these for each environment in the game. So there's, what, there were 4 in the core game, and now there's 7, right? Looking forward to the 3 that I have yet to see, because that's going to be really cool and probably nerve-wracking and good. I feel like I've already left the AI way back there in the dust. That's fine. It's not just about beating the AI, it's about getting a time that you feel good with. It's about mastering corners. It's about getting a result that you can put up on YouTube and not be ashamed of, which I've not managed yet, so let's see if we can improve on that. I suppose in this context, super bonus points to the soundtrack for being infinitely repeatable and like remixing itself as you go, because these races are long. My nose is itching again. Oh, here we go. Ah, better. Thank God for straights. Teleporter, where are we? Yep, okay. I don't think these boss tracks necessarily use all parts of all of the circuits. It's not like you go 1 lap in one circuit, get teleported to the next, and so on. It's more like creating a different flow from pre-existing parts. Still, you know, that was a 3.5 minute lap. That's a hefty lap. Started turning too early. Ah. Keep missing that boost there too. It's fine. I'm not happy about it though. Whee. Nope. Haha. Oh, started turning way too soon there. It's fine, it's fine.
Congratulations, gold medal awarded.
That's Redout to me. I don't know if you felt it the way I did because I was playing that the whole time. But, you know, it's quiet. I was quiet. I was just listening to the music and watching the track go by, and that it's so easy. These boss tracks, especially when it's not repeating itself, but it's just going and going and going. And you got the track, the sound, the music. It's going and going and going and going. It's so easy to just zone out and just race and enjoy racing. Those boss tracks so encapsulate what this game is to me. It's so good. It feels so good. Hey, it's a contract. Race with the ship and get a medal. Okay, I'll do that. Abruzzo. Seaside Hills was almost dismantled because of maintenance costs as the aggressive vegetation needs to be constantly pushed back. It's a fascinating, technical, and hugely popular track. Let's die on it. I didn't check what game type it is, so it's gonna tell us. The single most important thing. It's a race. Good, thank you. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's one of these tracks. I'm just gonna let the environment do its own showcase there. Look at this game. Look at this goddamn game. There's giant mushrooms here. Ah, wildlife. What are you doing? What is this? Fallout? Wait, no. Wildlife doesn't follow. I suppose they did because of the nuke. Okay, let's shut up and race, because this is when these are. I don't know what to say about this. That's actually good. I think I've said everything I have to say about this game as a whole, so now I can finally... It's fine. It's fine. I'll catch up. There's 3 laps. This is not a hard track, I don't think. It's fine. Which track is this even? Okay, here we go. I love the flow of this section. So, yeah, I said I was doing everything more... Alright, there's jumps here too. Okay. It's just pleasant music here. It's got, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like it's got some sort of like almost like sounds that make me that I personally find them reminiscent of Africa, which is hugely ironic since this particular jungle that we're in. I guess that's why the Signscape was chosen, because jungle, right? but it's in Italy. It just happens to be future rainforest Italy. I really like this track though. The sound, the song. Again, it doesn't have the same oomph that you might want, or even expect, or even want from a futuristic racing game that goes ludicrous speeds, but it's so... This music is easy to zone to, and that's the most important thing for me. It doesn't even necessarily have to set a tone, it doesn't have to be catchy or even interesting, to be honest, as long as it's easy to zone out to. When I say I don't know if you know what I mean when I say that, but there's this concept, it's called flow, where you lose yourself in what you're doing and things that, you know, you don't consciously pay attention to what you're doing, it just happens, and it makes everything feel easy, basically, even if it's not. You know, well, not easy necessarily, but everything feels like it takes less effort. Jesus Christ, I don't know how to survive that. Everything takes less effort than it does when you put conscious effort into it. And certain types of video games are excellent at inducing flow. Rhythm games do it all the time. You got really difficult games like Super Meat Boy tend to do it, especially when difficult games meet music, like in Super Hexagon. For instance, Super Hexagon is one of the flowiest games I've ever played. Thumper, also a music game, also excellent at inducing flow. This game does it really good too, and a big part of that is the music. Especially when it is a little bit softer, a little bit trancier. Not as hectic as, again, you might expect or want from a difficult racing game. But I find it's easy to flow to. And that's important to me, so props to that. It's just pleasant to play. This track's just pleasant to play. It's good. It's good. I did good. It's good. We're fine. Abruzzo is fine. I forgot to pronounce it. I don't know. I got money. That's all that matters. Toughen up for your first survival event. There's no respawn, and you'll need to go the distance. Watch out for obstacles, but keep an eye on the clock as well. This is the game type in this game that made me squint and go, I'm not sure if I'm into this. I might... Yeah, load screen gave me the tip there. Certain power-ups are probably better suited for certain events. These are about living. I don't remember exactly how the scoring works. It's like... Yeah, I have to pass a number of gates. And there's a time limit. And passing a gate, I believe, gives me more time. But also, there's mines all over the goddamn place. And if you hit mines, you explode. And if you die, there's no respawn, so you're dead. Also, you slow down if you hit them. You see those. I somehow have not hit one yet. This is a miracle. I feel like they've made them a lot easier to see with a graphical update too, which is nice, because especially in this environment, they were like red mines against a reddish. Oh, there they are. Yeah, they're a little bit hard to see still. I can't believe I haven't hit a single one yet. That's amazing. Uh-oh. Yeah, avoid the mines. Go as fast as you can, but don't die. Oh, there's one. That's what happens when you hit them. You get EMP'd, it slows you down a bit, you lose a bunch of energy. And since ultimately it's like a time trial, you have to get to the next checkpoint before the time runs out so you can get more time. So you have time to get to the next checkpoint before time runs out. The mines are sort of ancillary to that, to the goal, but they do propose a very unique obstacle in that you have to watch out for things on the goddamn road, which is brand new. Oh god, oh no. Yeah, I don't think I'll have any trouble with this one, but I think I will. There's no respawns, is there? Crap. That wasn't even close. Ah, shut up, don't give me that. That was just, I was just doing the thing I do and not doing it with the thing I do. You know?
3, 2, 1, go.
I was not paying attention to the game when I'm trying to play the game is what I was doing. It's the same goddamn turn that I complained about before also. Yeah, there's an active power-up, which repairs your ship. You trade energy for health. I will probably unlock and upgrade that before the next event. This one's probably fine, as long as I don't drive off the road but they get so intense, these survival events, that I'll probably have to trade my turbo boost for that eventually. Especially if they start giving me these survival events on the new tracks, the DLC tracks, or Neptune Europa, right? That's the one. That would be hard for me to deal with, I feel. There we go. It's not. Oh wow! Look at that! Look at that turning rate! Wow, feels good. They've managed to make a game where it feels good to take a turn and not crash. Like to the point where you feel like bragging, like, look, I took a turn, and it looked reasonable. I didn't slide all over the place, and I didn't crash, and I didn't die. Look at me! I survived the lap without dying. If you've managed to make a game where it feels, you know, boast-worthy to go a lap without dying, then you've made a game that is really satisfying to play. And what I'm saying is that they made a game that's really satisfying to play. Good job, Redout devs. It's actually kind of mind-blowing if you think about it, that this studio. I honestly don't know if they have roots in like if they came from another company or something. As far as I know, they just sort of showed up and started making games. And as far as I know, this is their first racing game. And oh jeez. And it's kind of mind-blowing to me that they get this right on the first try, because racing... I'm gonna say that the two most difficult things to program in games, period, is first, artificial intelligence, and second, vehicle physics. But there are a lot of things that you can get almost right in games and it doesn't matter, like just movement in general, especially vehicle physics in games that aren't about vehicles. Like, that's fine. It's okay if you don't feel super good, because it's not the focus, right? Or even if it kind of is the focus, it's fine as long as there's, like, it's a game with vehicles that you shoot with, and it's fine if they don't control super well, because the shooting is the important part. But in a racing game, where you race, and racing is what matters, then, like, getting movement almost right, or doing the thing where sometimes you have a physics engine that does an underlying thing, and you know, oh, turning doesn't feel right. Let's cheat it by applying an outside force to the vehicle when you turn, so it feels like it has more grip. But really, what's actually happening is there's just some physics cheatery.
Congratulations.
Hey, I made it. When that stuff isn't all exactly there, you can tell. And it is really hard. I have a little bit of experience with messing with physics systems for vehicles and such. I'm not a programmer myself, but I've poked at it in an unrelated capacity. And oh, let me tell you, getting a vehicle to handle correctly with actual simulated physics, again, it is possibly the hardest or second hardest thing to do. Vehicle physics and AI. And that these devs, the 34 big things, showed up with this game, which handles well enough to rival Wipeout, well enough to handle F-Zero, where others, I mean, there's a bunch of others. I'm not gonna smack talk them. There's, you know, what's it, Formula Fusion, there's Fast Racing Neo, probably great games in their own right. I've watched videos of them, and I just look at the way the vehicles behave, and I say, nah, nope, that's, I can, by looking at it, I can tell that this isn't for me. And that's kind of what's to be expected if you don't have a... I don't know how they did it. I don't know how this game is so good. And the tracks are all so... It seems like something that would be so arbitrary, right? To design a racetrack. Would you just put some roads and some turns and some loops, and here you go, there's a track. It's a thing that is so easy to do poorly without realizing why. And it's so hard to get an actual flow, to design tracks that they sort of tell you about themselves as you race them. There's an internal logic to the way turns work and the way where straights are, and even loops and twists like this. They're as insane as they are, they feel good. It's like every turn in a well-designed track is designed with the idea that there is a perfect line in mind that the designer had in mind when he made it, and then tuned it until that was perfectly possible the way he wanted it. And this game just has that. Like almost every track just feels deliberate. And with the physics, everything feels consistent. It's like, how did you do this? How are you not a subsidiary of Sony or Nintendo or Sega or whatever and just did how? I think basically what I'm saying is that this game needs to continue existing in some capacity for the rest of eternity. if this game ever becomes like old and obsolete, then please someone pick this up and turn it into a franchise. Can you please do that? Alright, enough of that. This track is fast, it says. Let's play a fast track. I haven't played this one, have I? I have not. Oh, yeah, those swirling colors and shapes. Here's a new music track too. This isn't the same one that plays in the first race. Sounds intense. Let's do it. It's a time trial? Yep. Oh, it's a speed track. Okay. Close enough. I think the thing I said about time trials always being the first thing in a new track is obviously... Oh my god. It's obviously false, but at least they're giving it to you, like... There's not a bunch of opponents that try to murder you the first time you play a difficult track. Okay. I'm learning. This is my first time on this track. Interesting that the environment that is supposed to be like set in future virtual reality has so much electric guitar in it. This doesn't even sound like fake guitar. This could very well be a real guitar. And guitars are definitely not digital. I expected more of an electronic only vibe for... What's that road I was driving next to there? Was that a different track or was it a different part of this one? Oh god, I wasn't expecting the double boost there. How am I doing? I'm not doing well. I need to do weller. Let's do good this lap. Okay, I did good that lap. Never mind. What is that sound? This song is wacky. I prefer the other song for this environment. Like seriously, this sounds kind of retro somehow. It's a rock and roll vibe going, which I don't think meshes with the environment at all, but whatever. Song is song. Let's go! Did it.
Congratulations. Gold medal awarded.
I knew I could do it. It's the nice thing about just having a fast lap. Is that what this is? Is it laps or is it overall? I think it's laps, right? I don't know how this game works. The point is, it doesn't matter if you mess up your first lap if you can consistently be good after that. You'll need a good durability for an arena race tournament, especially when handled on Alaska. Pay special attention to the last track, revolving. The anti-G stress is remarkable there. I have experience with revolve. What is Mountain 500? What is that? Oh, it's Mountain. Okay. I'm just gonna spy ahead. Another vertex track I haven't seen. Vertigo. Another vertex. When do I get to the really juicy stuff? There's supposed to be juice. Oh, there we go. There's some juice. Europa. Oh no, right. Europa's the underwater one, and Neptune is the one that's... I always associate Neptune with water, so I got them confused in my head. Yeah, there's more Europa. There's Volcano. I like Volcano. Volcano's awesome. Yeah. Okay, we got a bit to go before we get to completely new environments that I've only played the first track of. In the case of Europa, I played the first track once, and then I said, wow. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing this and then do what I'm doing now. Let's have a quick glance at my vehicle here. The structure of this car is fairly high, and they say that I should have high durability. So I'm just gonna go with what I'm always doing. Screw the rules, or do stuff. It's the Glacier Cup.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, stop that. That has got to look horrible through YouTube compression, come to think of it. It looks horrible enough in-game, but since it basically pixelates the whole screen, and then YouTube has to compress that to be less pixely, even though it's pixels. It's just gonna look like a grey mess, isn't it? Porridge. Oh, that's a far jump. That's a bit further than I even thought I was gonna go. Oh yes, that's one of those really hard turns that when you do it right, people look at and go, oh, that was hard. How could that possibly be hard? Look at how easy that was. Alright, 2 laps for the... okay. I'm having a really clean race here, aren't I? Oh, a little bit slow though. Couldn't do something about that. Ooh, well, almost clean. Ow, nope. There we go, that's more like what I used to do. You know, fastest way to stop yourself from going straight into a wall is to go straight into the wall. Then it's already over, you don't have to worry about it anymore. If you gotta stop real fast, fastest way to stop is to keep going as fast as you can until it stops. That's... wow, okay. I didn't realize it was that far ahead. Hey, oh, jeez. Oh, you poor things. Okay. Okay. Where'd it go?
3, 2, 1, go.
I think... I see other cars, the AI, using different paint jobs. I think that's actually also new. I want to say the first time I played this, they always used the default one. That's interesting. Maybe there's some kind of internal logic to that even. I don't know. Like certain aim always uses a certain color, or maybe always... I don't know. I'm just speculating in something that doesn't need to be speculated upon. Let's just race and not die and win. I'm specifically concerned about the not dying part right now. Ooh. That feels rough to go through. It's not bad. It's not hard or anything. It just feels rough. It's like world's worst roller coaster. Here, sit in this. Not even a roller coaster at that point. It's like one of those attractions that's basically just like, here, sit in this thing while it spins for 2 minutes, and then wonder why the heck you paid to be spun around for 2 minutes. Buy a chair and pay someone to spin it. Why don't you? I'm not much for carnival rides, if you can't tell, or amusement rides. Imagine sitting in this thing though. I sit over yet. There we go.
Finish.
Nice.
New record. Congratulations. Gold medal awarded.
Here's revolving. Look at that. Look at the track we're looking at right now. The part where it goes up and then down. It's like, what is going on here? That's the one we're going to be racing on. It's one of the tightest turns in the game, and it's just like...
3, 2,
I love it.
1,
I think this is the first time we see this track, which is weird. Isn't this a tournament? Because that's a weird place to introduce a new track. Oh well, I know which one it is. I've played on this before. This was one of the tracks that... well, the first time I played this game, this was the track where I went, oh my god, what is happening? Holy crap, help. And then I had to show my friends, look at what is happening, oh my god, holy crap, help. And after that, I was permanently sold on this game. I was already liking it, but this is the track where I was like, ugh. Okay, there's tricky part number 1, and there's tricky part number 2. Oh god, oh, Redout, lots of Redout there, I let go way too soon. And then there's this freaking corkscrew at the end, and it's like, where am I even? If you didn't understand what I was talking about before with Alaska being tight and technical and squirrely compared to the others, here's prime evidence. What's number 1? What's the I'm looking for a word there. It's whatever. Whoop. And down and up even more. No freaking problem. Oh, this one's 3 laps. Okay, I wasn't prepared for that. Whew. I just realized I'm actually sweating right now. Nice, wide, and flat, just to be like, oh hey, this seems like a nice track with not much weird stuff going on in it. Okay, I'm in space now. Bye. Whee! I'm not sure how to even do that last part, but that's why I survived. It's cool. It's cool. I'm good. I'm fine.
Gold medal awarded.
Come on, you guys aren't even close.